German authorities find huge trove of looted masterpieces by Los Angeles Times, adapted by NewsELA staff. London. The elderly gentleman was carrying about $12,000 in cash aboard a train from Switzerland to Germany. The amount of money is just below the legal limit of how much you can bring into a European Union country. Though he did nothing illegal, the man appeared nervous when authorities questioned him as he crossed into Germany. The authorities felt that something was not quite right. Later, this led them to raid the apartment in Munich where the man lived as a shut-in. What they found was astonishing. Paintings by Pablo Picasso, Marc Chagall, Henri Matisse, and Paul Klee among 1,406 works of art crammed amid piles of canned food. Some, or all of the art, estimated to be worth $1.3 billion or more, was thought to have been looted by the Nazis more than 70 years ago. That would make it one of the largest such troves recovered since World War II. The stunning find was reported Sunday by the German news magazine Focus. It said the collection found in the possession of Cornelius Gurlitt, the 80-year-old son of a well-known Nazi-era art dealer, included pieces that were thought to have been lost or destroyed during the war. It is the largest cachet held by a private individual illegally, by miles, Julian Radcliffe, chairman of the Art Loss Registrar in London, which tracks vanished works of art, said Monday. 2 years ago, we found a dealer who had 2 stolen pictures in his safe when he died, and we thought that was pretty shocking. To find one on this scale is exceptional. The tip of the iceberg. Overall, the Nazis are suspected of plundering 650,000 paintings and other artworks. For all its size, that makes the discovery in the Munich apartment just a drop in the bucket. Robert Edsel wrote a book which chronicles the search for art looted during World War II. He said the discovery supported the view that what had been discovered so far was just the tip of the iceberg. The theft is being solved in what seems like slow motion. One day there might be a story, but the only people following it are art historians or people who follow Nazi looting, said Edsel. His book is being made into a movie starring George Clooney, Matt Damon, and Bill Murray. Gurlitt's home was raided in early 2012. German authorities have kept quiet as they moved the items into safe storage outside Munich and started to untangle the knot of issues surrounding the art's origins and rightful ownership. The German government told reporters Monday that it was notified of the haul several months ago by Bavarian officials in southern Germany. It says it is assisting with the investigation. Many of the original collectors could turn out to be Jewish families. During World War II, the Nazis confiscated many Jewish belongings. Others sold them at knockdown prices in their desperation to flee Europe and avoid deportation to camps where they might be killed. Why did it take so long? The authorities in Bavaria, in southern Germany, took a long while to acknowledge their discovery and have yet to publish a full list of the works of art found. That disturbs some advocates of reuniting stolen art with their proper owners. There's a complete lack of transparency about this, said Anne Weber, co-chair of the Commission for Looted Art in Europe, a non-profit organization. Families have been looking for their art for 75 years. Of special interest to art historians would be the roughly 300 items that may have been featured in Adolf Hitler's catalog of degenerate art. These were works that did not fit in with his vision of a racially pure society. In a notorious 1937 exhibition in Munich, the Nazis displayed 650 such objects, including sculptures, paintings, and books. Alongside the art were insulting reviews explaining why artists such as Chagall and Wassily Kandinsky ought to be criticized. Finding the rightful heirs. Focus said that Gurlitt sold off individual pieces when he needed money. In one instance, he was able to put a painting by German expressionist Max Beckmann up for sale at auction. Expressionism was an art style where painters would depict the world in ways that weren't realistic or were even distorted to show different ideas or moods. Heirs of the original owner got wind of the auction, claimed the painting as theirs, and reached a settlement with the auction house, which proceeded with the sale. Weber said, "The work fetched nearly $1.2 million. What would have happened if the family had not identified it?" Weber asked. Gurlitt's father, Hildebrand, was a knowledgeable art dealer whom the Nazis tapped to help them collect and dispose of artworks, including those forcibly taken from Jews. Many of the pieces the elder Gurlitt acquired or handled were believed destroyed during the bombings. At the end of the war, he was interrogated by the Allies and asked what he had. He was reputed to have a truckload of art, and he said, "It's all rumors. All of it was destroyed. I have just a few paintings from my dead father and my sister," Weber said. Many of these dealers, these people who worked with the Nazis dealing and trading in looted art, were able to amass big collections for themselves. One police source told the magazine that Gurlitt was a man who didn't exist. His name could not be found on any government list, such as paying taxes or receiving social services. If the rightful owners of some of the artworks cannot be established, it is possible that they will remain in Gurlitt's possession. That would no doubt trouble Holocaust survivors and their descendants who have campaigned to have their family treasures returned to them.